Hello, this is Soundout here, back with another Kamen Rider Dragonite Figma review. This time we have Kamen Rider Wing Knight, product number SP016. And we got Kamen Rider Wing Knight from Kamen Rider Dragonite. Figma, the logo, Wing Knight, sword vent, dark visor, little advent card, Max Factory, Metacom, all that jazz. It was on Dragonite's box, except it's now blue. Top, awesome picture. Side, another awesome profile shot. Back, generic pictures of stuff I'm pretty much going to show you later. For sale in Japan only. Yeah, that worked really well. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this guy open. By the power of the Advent Belt. Now, Lin from Ventara uses the power of the Wing Knight Advent deck. Yes, this is finally a Japanese version. To become Kamen Rider Wing Knight. And he is awesome. He is the only rider in Dragonite to never have been vented. Never. Ever. That's impressive because everyone got vented. Including his dear old friend Dragon Knight, who I reviewed last time I reviewed a Figma. As you can see, they are the same height essentially. Wing Knight's little spike horn things, or little, make them I call them bat ears. Make them a little taller, but as you can see, yeah, they're the same size. Details wise, they're also the same, because essentially what you have here, which is really zoomed in, basically what is new, if I move him off to the side, what is new is this holster for his dark visor here, the shoulder pads, the head, the chest armor, and the part underneath the chest armor right there. As you can see there, that part is different from the little piece of chest armor that is under Dragonite, and that is accurate to the show. I've been watching the show again lately, and it is perfectly awesome. So, yeah, they're getting a lot out of the mold. Thus, you can disassemble his arm completely in the same vein as Dragonite. So, having the extra shoulder pads for Dragonite for the guard vent also works as a double working here, so you can have different shoulder pads. But otherwise, the new chest piece looks nice, and the tempograph on his belt, also the colors of course changed to match his color scheme. Now, one other downside is, well, his hands. Pop him out of the way. The hands are exactly the same as Dragonite. You got drag visor gripping hand, even though they can't really use that. Card holding hand, 2 holding hands, 2 splayed hands, 2 rage splayed hands. Exact same count, just different in Wing Knight's colors. It's probably going to be the same for everybody, considering a lot of them do have the handheld visors and will need that hand. So I can't really fault it here, and I can't think of a hand to put in its place. Now, we'll take a look at his dark visor here, which is the name of his little card reader. Real quick, I'm not going to go over articulation. If you want to see the articulation, go check out Dragonite's review. All you need to do is click Dragonite's belt. Okay, that's enough time for you to click it. So go watch that first, if you're still watching. But anyway, if you haven't seen that, go check that. Anyway, that's the articulation. So then you got his dark visor here, which is his basic card reading sword. Which I cannot get this to focus on. So you can see it's got the very nice little bat emblem shape here. It does not open, just like the drag visor doesn't open. You got the nice little paint detail on the handle here. Seriously, focusing on this thing is really difficult. I will get this, I promise. Come on. Nice paint details. It's all painted silver here, which looks really nice. He can hold it just by doing this, and looks very awesome doing so. Now, of course, because he is a Dragonite rider, through the use of his Advent cards, he is able to do other things. And that first thing would be sword. Now, here is where I can show you that it is possible to get him to hold it with 2 hands. You may be doubting at first, but get the hands aligned first and then plug them into the sockets. So otherwise you're just going to have trouble. And his knee likes to do that whenever I hold him by the knee. So I'm going to stop holding him by the knee. Anyway, as you can see, his Wing Lancer sword vent here It's very nicely detailed all over the place. It's not just solid blue, unlike the Bandai of America version. So you can see all that there. And personally, it looks pretty awesome. It's not the most awesome accessory he comes with. Other accessories, just to get out of the way, he does of course have his basic stand, which is causing him to topple over, so I'm going to stick him on that stand. So you can see it holds him up pretty well with the peg in the back and everything. Very nice little thing. Also, because he is a Figma, he does come with, if I can move all the parts off of it, the Figma plastic bag, which I've written his name on. I've done the same for Dragon Knight also. Anyway, yeah, also, of course, because he has a card holding hand, he has the little miniature Final Vent card, which you can basically see here. Final Vent. It's got all this on here. Again, just silver blocks down here on the actual version. But it essentially looks like that with the blue backing. Well, this one's all fancy because this is a full-size real human card. This is a 5-inch figure card. And as you can see, the Final Vent card, it does a very nice job of representing a card. And here's an interesting thing you can do, especially using this pose. If you flip the card around in his hand, like this, you can pretend he's going to go into survive mode and kick your ass, which is very cool, by the way. Anyway, yeah, it looks really nice. But we have one last accessory. It is, to be blunt, epic. We're going to talk about Garnet. This is the most epic accessory I have ever gotten with any figure in my entire life of figure collecting, or figures in general. This cape is awesome. Not to mention, it plugs into the hole the stand plugs in, and there's another hole in its back to plug in to the stand. So in theory, you could have the epic cape on display without having Wing Knight ever there. He looks awesome wearing it. And I'm going to go into this a little bit more detail. As you can see on the cape part here, the attachment part, you can see it is sculpted like his Advent Beast, which is this cape. It's a very nice little touch they added. Now, be careful because it is made up 2 pieces to hold the cape into place here. So this does come off if you pull it off in the wrong way. Anyway, you got this nice cloth cape with a leather, or a fake-ish leather. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't care. It looks really nice. Plus, you got a wire at the bottom here, so you can pose it in all kinds of weird ways. So you can also have it just like going behind him like he's the Emperor of Kamen Rider or whatever. I don't know. It's just awesome, and with the way the leather covering is, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. This cape just makes everything more epic. And to finish off this review, let's do a posing montage. Figma Wing Knight is pure epic. I can recommend him absolutely more than Dragon Knight. He's just amazing. I mean, it's still the same body mold, but with all the new pieces you get with the cape and all that, it's worth the price, even though it comes with less than Dragon Knight. I really like this figure. I like all my Dragon Knight Figmas as a 2, and I got 2 more shipping later this month. And I'm really happy with this, and I hope this, that after the 13 Riders done, we get his AVX and Ubulon and Survive modes. Because apparently Blank Knight's coming out. So, anyway, that is all. I would totally recommend him. Again, don't pay more than $50 for him if you can. But if you like what you saw here, go get him. He's awesome. Anyway, try some saying goodbye. Soundout 12. I hate you. Why do you keep going with these Transformers and Kamen Rider? Yet you don't do Power Rangers, the best franchise of them all. You've seen my new 2010 Figureverse sale, yet you refuse to review it or buy it even. Now you have the new Samurai toys and you won't review them. What is your problem with Power Rangers? Answer me. I'm getting tired of this. It's time to take action. If I can get a sample of his DNA, maybe I can make a perfect clone this time.